gadget in their clutch. Could it change the vibe we love so much? Oh no, the gizmo's got the floor. Will it open up a brand new door? Christmas lights or static hum? Snarky, Sara, what have you done? From space to your home, they've been around, breaking laughter barriers pound by pound. But now with this gadget in their clutch, could it change the vibe we love so much? Oh no, the gizmo's got the floor. Will it open up a brand new door? Christmas lights or static hum? Snarky, Sara, what have you done? The giggles won't end, they're just on pause, rebooting humor and robotic claws. Snarky and Sara are a duo divine, even machines can't dull their shine. Oh no, the gizmo's got the floor. Will it open up a brand new door? Christmas lights or static hum? Snarky, Sara, what have you done? From space to your home, they've been around, breaking laughter barriers, can't quite say. Will Thursday comedy take a strange turn, or will laughter still crackle and burn? Oh, Sara and Snarky, they've done it all, from space adventures to a homebound call. But now they've got stuck with a mysterious bend. Will the giggles stop or just extend? They push the buttons and twist the knobs, inventing chaos is their favorite job. From Christmas lights to a giggling spree, they're rewriting Thursday comedy. Oh, Sara and Snarky, they've done it all, from space adventures to a homebound call. But now they've got track with the mysterious bend. Will the giggles stop or just rescind? Will Christmas vanish in a puff of smoke, or will it return with a brand new joke? Their device is humming, what could it mean? A portal to laughs or a crazy machine? Snarky's grinning and Sara's sly, they're planning something you can't deny. Whatever it is, you can bet your shoes, they'll twist it around to break the news. Snarky's grinning and Sara's sly, they're planning something you can't deny. Whatever it is, you can bet your shoes, they'll twist it around to break the news. Snarky's grinning and Sara's sly, they're planning something you can't deny. Whatever it is, you can bet your shoes, they'll twist it around to break the news.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. That's supposed to be LOL, but apparently I can't type. I almost lost my headphones again. All right. Welcome, everybody, to this amazing show. I hope you guys all love that intro. I totally did not write it. I swear I would never write something so cool.
You did write it, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I take full responsibility.
Sarah, I don't know why you said that to me right before the show started. I thought that was amazing. That was a great intro. You do amazing work. You should be proud of yourself. And no matter what a bunch of clowns on YouTube say, you should keep making your little AI songs.
Yeah, exactly.
That might be the sweetest thing Dan ever said.
Don't get used
I think
to
it's
it.
like number 3.
It made me mad. She sent me this little post she done where people were like, she shouldn't make AI videos no more. Like it should matter to them. If you don't like them, don't watch them. Make them things.
Exactly.
I like them, some of them, not all of them, but some of them.
It did clear 3 people, so that was fun. Anyways, it's good to see everyone here.
I love them so. I love some of them so much that it gives me something for my dog to listen to when I make a video.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Everybody, make sure you check out all Dan's channels. They're amazing. He does a lot of funny things. I think
Yeah,
the other day
great.
he went up with a song about racist birds. Now, listen, my birds are not racist, okay? Don't want anybody getting funny ideas. They'll bite everyone equally. I promise you. Okay?
Bite everyone equally.
Yes,
My
they're
dog's
equal
the same
biters.
way. I don't care what it is. She'll
Don't
kill
make
it.
it sound like a Hitchcock.
Oh, that's awesome there, Geek Culture 101. Now, okay, so Geek Culture 101, everybody. He does really cool stuff on his main channel there, Geek Culture 101, and whatever his other channel is called. It's like arts something or other. I don't know. Look, I don't read. Okay. Anyways, he's got really good AI music, and he used to work in like music industry and stuff. So his stuff's like right. And Tim, he's got his side B, and that's pretty freaking awesome. He knows how to music too. Now, see, I don't music correctly, but then we get intros like this, and then Dan seems to be okay with. So wow, that's amazing.
Better
There you
at
go.
it. When you first started doing it, 90% of your shit was like, oh my god.
It was cancer.
Now you're up to a good, 80% of most of it good. So you're doing a lot better.
With practice comes skill level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
noticed
that's
that.
why my
The
channel
only,
is.
the only thing wrong with your intro, it could have used a lot more pictures of, hey, me.
Ah!
Well,
I
That's
thought you were
great.
going to say boobies, but cool.
No,
I
Dan's face is
wasn't, I
better.
wasn't quite in there enough, but at least I wasn't the man with the nips hanging out. So I guess that's cool.
Oh God,
It's
that
That was
golden
fun.
fun.
monkey blues.
Yeah, Pon said that he was probably going to try to come, like he says every week, except for obviously, he always chooses his wife over us. Weird. And Geek Culture, yeah, drop both your channels in the chat here and let everybody grab them, okay? Because I do, yeah. This guy's going to be up here as soon as he up to it, and we're going to have him up too. He's got, like I said, some good stuff. Although Snarky is in disagreement with him about Jar Jar Binks, but that's a whole nother war that will happen later. Because I tend to feel like he does. Jar Jar Binks as well. He's not good character. Anyway, so that's what
Jar
something like
Jar is evil. Jar Jar. Death of Star Wars.
Jar Binks.
that.
Crazy.
And I like
Anyway.
Neelix. And I was always Wesley's fan. So, I
Hey,
tend to take the unpopular position.
hey,
That's
I'll
what I
go
do.
with you on 1 out of 3. I like Wesley pretty good too, but Neelix annoyed me for some reason.
Probably the same reason I loved him.
Did you ever see Neelix's foot when he danced for
Oh yeah.
danced with barefoot? Yeah, I was unimpressed by that. I was like, oh yeah, see that's why we should look at feet.
But
They
but
were
I
even
really,
better than
but
Hobbit
let me
feet.
say, but I really
No.
like his girlfriend Cass. I used to have a bunch of her movies.
Wait, whose
Yeah,
movies?
you
What?
have to take that one out of the character and into the actress because the character is so problematic. I mean, not that I find a problem with her because I understood the whole concept and see how it's rational. But there's actually people out there going, "She was only 2. He's a pedo," and I'm like, "No, he's not. What the fuck wrong with you people? Aliens, they have different rules."
Well, dude, yeah. Then she had that time that those aliens made her pregnant sooner or ready for kids sooner, and there's like, I gotta have it on my back. I'm like, that's so gross. Stop this. And then massage my sticky fingers. Ugh.
Oh,
Listen,
I know.
I got it.
Alien sex, man. Yeah.
I got it.
that's why
Okay,
you have permission.
Okay. Just
this
do
is
you
like
know who played? Do you know who played Cass, the little 2-year-old?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know who played her though?
I don't remember her name. No,
Her name was Jennifer Lynn,
that's right.
and
She
she
got
was
arrested
really
for like
famous.
domestic violence.
She made quite a few movies before she was on Star Trek Voyager.
And then afterwards, she ended up in jail and bad.
Have you happened to seen any of her movies?
I saw
I don't
American
know.
History X.
No, like her movies before Voyager.
I don't remember seeing her anything but Voyager.
You didn't see American History X?
Well, that's
No.
not surprising since 90% of the movies she was in was XXX.
Oh,
interesting.
Like Bone
And
Meets
improve those talents.
or busty virgins get busted. Great stuff like that.
I had no idea. How did I not know that?
I don't know.
So actually,
Hey, only.
it's okay.
I live in the age of Google.
Like, see, I feel like this. It's okay to show, violence and murder and all kinds of crazy crap in
Well, I'm
front of
sure
like a major TV, but it's not okay to talk about where you come from. It's weird.
Well, I don't know, but look, I've seen this one movie one time where Jerry Ryan was like topless, and it was just an amazing scene I saw. Don't know what
I
movie it
bet.
was. yeah. Anyways, you feel like
hey,
you think
this
she's hot
Jennifer
with clothes
Lynn
on?
movie, this Jennifer Lynn movie,
Uh huh.
Naturals?
Dateable.
yeah, was her
Oh,
highest selling movie.
That
high
was.
selling. So, how many copies do you have, and are they signed?
You're mean.
Asking for chance.
Are they
Now,
wet?
now, let's be nice.
Well, no, Chance, he's got everything signed, and if he had those movies, he'd have them signed. I mean, it's Chance we're talking
Well,
about.
we don't know that.
Yeah.
He's
Do you have
not
stains on the
I
cover?
guarantee your chance, I understand a better chance of having them than me.
but you never know about it. We have
Right?
to
Autograph. You
question.
But I will say that in my youth as a young person, I had seen the movies at parties and stuff.
Sure, they weren't yours. Okay.
But like I said, you don't know if Chance has a private stash of that too. And
Well,
then
most
somebody
likely.
can
I mean,
find.
who doesn't? I mean, I totally don't. What are we talking about?
I have Google. I just Google BDSM and video.
I have a really good imagination,
Oh gosh.
and we'll leave it at that. That's why I'm a smudologist.
That's
I do
not
too.
true.
Oh my
You go
God.
to Pornhub. I know you do.
Oh my God, I am so
I
boring.
can't.
You know
I
I'm boring.
can't.
You know I'm boring. My movie stash, my real secret movie stash consists of old black and white Universal monster movies.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Different
Well,
strokes,
look,
different folks.
we were gonna kink shame, but that's a little weird.
We don't kink shame.
I just said we don't usually, but that is a little weird, is what I said.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That I can't in Arkansas. You can't get on Pornhub and a few other things unless you give them all your information and whatnot and who
Yeah,
nanny.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Well,
doing it.
there's always
You don't have
RedTube.
no. You got to understand how it works. In Arkansas, they don't have Pornhub. They have Sheep Hub.
The sheep.
Ah!
Oh my gosh.
Pornhub.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Oh Lord.
Well, anyways, Utah also you can't do that either. So don't Utah anyone.
Well, Utah. Well, we all know about Utah.
VPN. Yeah. Always, yeah. I used to have that until I couldn't afford it
Utah,
anymore. Anyways.
Utah,
Well,
that's
you
got
don't really need to because even though it won't let us on some of them, it lets us on some other ones just fine. And no problem. So I just go to the other one.
X hamster?
That is one that comes up in search results, but I think that's one of them I can't go to.
It's okay.
Oh,
It's not
yeah,
that great.
It's amazing that you know all that information.
Right, but they're
All I know
unreliable
about
anyways.
Utah is that there's 20 wives per one guy down there.
20 wives for one guy. Oh my god.
You know, if you're doing poly for the right reason, then that's your choice and all that. But if it's a dictate and someone's telling you have to, they can fuck off with that shit. I don't like being told what to do.
It's
Oh
more
my
fun
gosh,
if you do it one at a time.
The trash truck's out front, guys. I am sorry, you're about to hear
Isn't
some
a
loud noises.
dictate or a dictator a guy that's got
Dictator, that was the name of one of her
strapped to
movies.
his penis?
Sounds
No.
like Warren Jack.
So, anyways, this is part 2 of sex tape.
No, it isn't. That's just it. And part 1 wasn't even part 1, so we'll see how that goes.
I know. I'm sorry about that. Look, I'm in the emergency room. Last thing people want me to do is be a smologist in there. And anyways, boobies. Everybody's like, "Mom, could you stop children?" And I'm like,
I regret nothing. I regret nothing ever.
There you go.
I regret nothing. We still had fun. And I heard more dirty jokes than I had my whole life.
"Oh, well." Anyways, I will endeavor to make more dirty jokes in DMs for you. Okay.
No, I didn't ask for that, Sarah.
Oh, I thought you were implying you were challenging me somehow.
No,
My
I
bad.
was not.
I ain't
I'm
gonna
glad
make
that you. I'm glad
Challenging
that I am
you.
capable of challenging you. But
You're
no,
hilarious.
It's because I'll go above and beyond the Call of Duty, huh?
Look, I'm not going to challenge you, Sarah. Never, ever, ever.
Oh, cool, awesome.
I have your back,
Dan.
girl.
Thanks, I appreciate. It's a nice
I
back.
might challenge you sometimes, but it won't be. You won't see it coming. How's that? Nah.
I won't see it coming, then I probably won't even notice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to trick y'all into doing the voiceovers for this video.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Oh yeah, should I play that for us now?
Well, nobody's asked, Sarah. Can you believe it?
I know it's because we didn't even talk about it yet.
If anybody has read any of the titles
Okay. Does anybody know
and
what
has
today
any
is?
questions, maybe.
Snarky and my flock get a divorce.
Yeah, we're divorcing, guys. I know. What will Thursdays bring now if we're divorced, right? With
The
all that
awful.
good times, the funny things. But we got a new device anyways. The song said so. I think it vibrates.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought after I listened to the song. I came back and said, "We got a new vibrator."
Yeah,
Oh
and I
my
was like, yeah,
God.
apparently. What?
Ongoing silver.
Wait, what?
No,
Can anybody
Snarky
hear my
heard
mom
me.
yelling at the bird?
He said his bottle was called Long Don Silver.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
God.
Well, at least somebody has got a name for their Long John Silvers. Away.
You're the only man I know who named his vibrator.
Oh, my God.
The only one?
I'm pretty sure most people name their vibrator. I don't know where you're coming from.
Sadly, Tim, you're not the only man I know that's got one. You're just the only one that named them.
No. Aliens gave it to me so that they could use it on you, Dan.
You get intimate with a vibrator, you've got to know its name.
Hey, Buzz, how you doing? Oh my gosh, everybody, Pons is here. He made it.
Yay.
Hey, Crash.
He came through with his threats.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Oh, I got
His
one
wife gave
announcement.
him permission.
I got to make one announcement before we continue with everything. I just want to say happy birthday to Craig. This is his birthday today. He could not make it because he went to go family, whatever. Anyways, I think he's like 800 today or not. I don't know, but he's older anyways.
He is 47 today.
Oh,
happy
I was way
birthday,
off.
Craig!
That's a young man. Oh God.
Well,
Yeah, he's a
still-
pup.
he's still older than me, so.
I would have was 47 again right there, buddy.
All
I
right.
know
Oh.
that's 10 years ago. I'd be rolling.
I got to go to a fucking plane ticket. I just fuck.
Mm.
It's
Got out
the
of something
backdrop.
about it.
I thought I was getting backlighting from my window, my sliding glass door, but it's the backdrop. So it actually.
You look good, Pons. You look good.
Yeah.
Oh, I
exactly.
look phenomenal. It's the backing that I'm concerned about.
Nobody's looking at the shit behind you, man.
What is behind you? I don't know. Is that books?
Well, it's actually Mrs. Thrash bought me this. It's actually a it's like one of those room dividers they used to use in the old movies and stuff that girls used to change behind, you know.
Dressing screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very
I
cool.
think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to update this thumbnail because I thought it was Snark and Sarah. It's also Tracy and Tim and Dan. I feel like it's Romper Room, and I see Bobby and Cindy and Eloise and Emalio and
Well, yeah. I mean,
Here's a story.
but there's that too.
Oh,
Hey,
I
you know
gotta
what?
look down.
You know what I think is really cool is they're also castaways too. So we never do really a 3-hour tour anymore. Thank God, because I want to get you back home in time. And that's how we make all the movies and TVs in one. Whatever. Look, I don't know. Media.
So I guess the first problem with me and Sarah getting a divorce is we're not married.
Yeah. There's that too.
That would be interesting.
that would save a lot of paperwork.
Well, yeah. Anyways, we didn't think this divorce through at all.
No, we didn't. I just
No.
got really mad because she brought me all the ingredients to make breakfast on a tray while I was sleeping.
Yeah.
And she said, breakfast in bed. And I opened my eyes. And
that's
it was
what
just the ingredients. She hadn't actually cooked it. And
Well,
I was
no,
like,
it's 'cause,
God damn it, Sarah.
well-
and she's like, I'm sorry, I can't cook.
Yeah, I'm big can't cook here, okay? You don't want to die from breakfast. There's many ways to die, and breakfast has never been one of them. I'm like, I can't wait to
Always
cook and
try
die
to
in the
make it
bed.
to lunch.
Yes. If you can make it to lunch, you can probably make it to dinner. It'd be great.
She did bring my coffee, though, so couldn't be too mad. Just
At least she
divorced
didn't bring you
mad.
ramen.
Yeah. But really, what this really is about is Chance, because he did divorce court, and somehow we had a brilliant idea that we sort of did.
He
Yeah,
was
because
on
I thought he
divorce
was going to
court?
be on here and we'd talk about it because that's what he had just
Well-
said. And but then he didn't actually say, I'll be on Thursday show. He goes, we can talk about it live sometime. And of course, I made it. Yeah, I just ran with it the way we tend to do. And then I accidentally made next week's stream, trying to make this one. So it's already set. Y'all can go get your notifications on for it.
Wait a minute. He was. How was he on divorce court? Was he the one sitting in the background?
Audience,
divorce
yeah.
court is.
Yeah.
No, he was getting a fucking divorce, Tracy. Really?
I thought divorce court. I thought divorce court is staged. It's not
Yeah.
like real litigants.
They're
Well,
real
look.
litigants, but it's just bullshit.
Yeah,
But
that's what I
whatever.
thought.
Ah.
Well, anyways, look, there's this guy,
Marty
right?
Pants.
And he dropped his peeing picture in a group with his mother, his girlfriend, and her mother. So,
Aye.
but the question I have is what he said was, I dropped it in the wrong group. What group were you
What's
supposed to be
the
dropping
right
it in?
group?
Yeah. Nobody called him out on that at all. But then Chance's question up there, or whatever he said, was something about and a peen picture. Blah blah blah. Of course, he says penis.
Yeah,
though.
he said penis picture. Dan's got a clip of it on his
Yeah,
channel.
I know.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
I had to. I couldn't
Yeah.
help myself. Apparently, you can have clips of people talking about penis clips on YouTube, but you can't have a video of a man wrestling a freaking bear.
Well, no, you also can't have a drunk monkey either. Things we've learned.
No, I found
Yeah,
that out.
know.
A wrestling bears video. You believe that shit?
Mm.
Is it animal
No
cruelty
justice.
when you wrestle a bear?
That's
And
what
when
they
you give a
say.
monkey a bottle of liquor, it's also cruelty.
Yeah.
And violence
Yeah.
with the bear thing. The monkey was just jamming, but the bears are trying to kill people.
That's one joke I'm not going to make. I'm not going to do it.
Bear
You know,
wrestling.
Supposedly, there's more bears being sighted up here in the Northeast. They weren't uncommon, but they were really, really obscure for a while. But now they're making a comeback. I guess the ecosystem is repairing. So don't be surprised if there's a bear on Cape Cod. It's barely possible.
Barely
It's
need
really
to
you.
talk about it.
I think Snarky put up a meme about bare feet are still bare or something like that. I don't know, I forget what it said. Look, I don't remember everything.
When a bear has no shoes on, he's bare feet. But even when he puts his shoes on, he's still bare feet.
Very true, Snark.
Yeah, that
It was a
that
dad joke, but that's okay.
It's
No,
very
it was
true.
good though. Sorry, I was making
Yeah.
somebody a mod up
Makes
in
you
the chat.
think.
Makes you think, dude. And then Dan sends me a thing about out here in whatever Van Nuys. Who cares? Someplace, right? Anyways,
California.
black bears. Yeah, there you go. Anyways, black bears are back out and about, and I'm like, wow, like every year. And you know how many times they just go swimming in somebody's pool? It's hilarious. And then they hop up on the fence, and sometimes their fences just like break.
Come
Okay,
down
okay.
here.
I got a question.
Mhm.
If black bear eats salmon and white bear, polar bears, eat seals, what do yellow bear eat?
Chinese food?
Poutine.
I knew it. Had something to do with that.
Waka waka. You been watching
Poutine. It's cheese fries with gravy. It's a Canadian delicacy. That's on my Canadian dad joke list.
I 100% knew what it was. I just didn't. I just didn't get the joke.
Well,
They
Winnie
just
the
must
Pooh.
be sure you
Winnie
didn't
the
steal
Pooh
that
is a yellow bear, so yellow bears eat poutine.
There you go. And there I was thinking like a badger or a honey badger or something. Like I don't even know what animals are.
Winnie
Look,
the
I
Pooh.
don't animals, okay?
Well, come down here to Florida. You have gators on your front lawn and in your pools, and then more than one. You can have like 3 gators at your front door trying to get in.
You're right?
Yeah.
Oh,
If I came down to Florida and I had some gators in my yard, the day after that, I'd have some gators on my feet.
yeah, because he can just Tana hide that quick.
Or gators on your grill.
Yeah, gators on the grill and
It's a
gators on my
shoemaker.
feet. So you're making me some boots, buddy.
I had
My
an
mom
uncle.
used to say tan your hide, and I always thought she meant she was gonna make me lay out with my butt shining in the sun.
Well, this is the crazy thing. I had an uncle who lived out in Port Charlotte, and he had a fence in his backyard. And he goes, "You know why I put that fence up there?" And I go, "Why?" And he goes, "The canal on the back. Alligators are in it, and they'll come up onto your lawn." And I go, "Oh, so you put up the fence?" He goes, "You know what the funny part is? The fence doesn't always keep them out.
They could
Gators
climb.
can actually climb chain link fences."
Yes, they can.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going back to Massachusetts.
You know how you talk about, you know how you convince them not to climb it?
Bow season.
You electrify them. They don't
killed
like it
Yeah.
when it's electrified. They just like,
Ooh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
nice
anyways, but see, I'll
Don't
forget
treat
that the fence is
Godzilla like
electric and I will be zapping myself because that has happened on multiple occasions.
That happened to me
been,
once. I was helping my father build a horse paddock, and he didn't bother to tell me that the fence was still up. And he goes,
Oh my!
"Bob, get that aluminum siding." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, Dad, sure, Dad." And
Oh my God! Ouch!
Yeah. Well,
wow.
why can't I
Just start to
move?
just- yeah. I had the first time that ever happened to me, I was at a neighbor's house down the street, and they had a dog who kept digging into the surrounding bushes of the backyard, right? And so they put up an electric fence there just to stop it from digging, right? But anyways, nobody told me that it was up, right? Let alone I could have just paid attention, but that's not what I do. Anyway, so I walked right into it, and I'm going to tell you, I did some really fancy footwork, okay? And I just kept landing back on the fence after that because I didn't know it was the fence. And I'm like, wah! Anyways, my leg was all like really sore, my foot was all tingly, but I figured it out pretty quick after 15 minutes of breakdancing. So, anyways, it was pretty funny. If they had phone cameras back then, I would have been an instant success. Oh yeah. And could you imagine having me on film macing myself? No, that would have been funny.
Oh, I'm still very, very, very happy that we did not have digital media and whatnot. So prevalent back when we were growing up because there's no proof of any of that shit.
Exactly.
Hey, you ever watch them videos? You ever watch them videos where the cops be putting a taser on somebody?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
And they'll do that. They got all these videos where they shock up with them tasers with the long strings on them, and they'll stand there and do the electric boogaloo before they fall over.
What I think is always impressive is like people can just stand there and take them full force, and they just keep coming. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I just got a little bit of a shock in my leg, and I was like, blah, 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 all over the place because where did that come from? It's like,
I got a video. I think it's on Citizen Not, and it's a reaction video. Cops are having to the baby cops are getting tased by the big cops, but the tase doesn't hit right, and it all 3 of them, the 2 holding the one guy, they all 3 get tased, and I just was at the end of it. I was just like, I could watch that 5,000 times.
Well, what I think is funny is when they do that, and they're also standing in water, and all 3 of them get shocked, and they all fall in the water too, and it's just like, wow, or
fried pig, like bacon or something, right?
Oh,
well, and that was part of the problem with breakfast. I didn't cook the bacon.
That is true, Sarah. Thank God you brought me my coffee. You wouldn't be here today.
I know. Look, it went from
I'm already
murder.
frozen.
that joke
I
was
thought
so,
you were just gazing lovingly.
No,
no,
I'm
no,
frozen.
that joke was so bad it froze ponds up. I just want you to know that.
He's like disappointed too. He's like, oh.
Sorry.
like, oh, you said that.
She didn't cook the bacon. Oh, no, depressing.
Bacon.
Bab says he loves you, Snarky.
Hey, Fat Daddy.
Hi, Fat Daddy.
Oh,
Yeah, Fat Daddy wants to
Esmeralda says she lives on the
Yeah.
third floor to avoid alligators. I'm like, yeah, if they get to the third floor, you're pretty much done. You know?
Well, there was that. I watched one the other day. We might have talked about it already. Two alligators walk up on this porch, and there's a camera, and one alligator stands up, rings the doorbell, and another one's like looking in the window, seeing if there's anybody there. I'm like, oh fuck, the animals are evolving, y'all.
Yeah.
Pity people aren't.
Right?
Right. Well, yeah. Well, the thing about gators, it tastes really good. I guess it's very dry. It's like chicken breast. Honestly, it's not that great.
Dry chicken breast.
Who are
Gross.
who?
That sounds awful, as a matter of fact. It's got to
Yeah.
be the way it was cooked.
Look, I don't know how to cook it, right? So I just cooked it till it wasn't raw anymore.
Yeah, I could just see you
That's
dumping
cooked.
a live gator on top of me, telling me to cook it.
Yeah, I know. Here, can you take care of this? You're like, get off!
Technically, they're not supposed to be shot, at least down here, because they're considered a protected animal. I'm like, whatever, I'd shoot one.
But
I have no
they were
qualms.
on protected status for a long time, but I thought they got off of it. You have
Well,
to have
Yeah.
tags and hunting permissions to reap them or whatever you call it.
if it's near the gator,
yeah.
you know it's the gator, it's going to lose.
Look, this is the way I see it. Okay, is if it's in my property, right? Especially like say my backyard, knocking at my door, there's good possibility that the shotgun will come out and blah will happen.
Hmm.
Y'all
Yeah.
got a lot of gators there, Sarah?
It's California, probably.
Probably. Okay.
You guys got a lot of
Yeah.
snakes.
Well, look, we got a lot of things out here. It's California, and it's out here.
Scorpions. Like,
Oh yeah, I've had my encounters with scorpions. Not fun. Unless they're the black ones, those big black ones, they're a lot of fun. Those are great. But those little tiny ones that are super, super poisonous and sting you for just no reason, yeah, no thanks. Oh man.
I can't stand scorpions. They're really nasty looking.
Yeah, you don't like scorpions, you don't like snakes. I don't know how we're supposed to be friends. I want all those.
Actually, I am a Scorpion though. That's my astrological sign.
Pons looks disappointed in you.
As
I
cool
look at him.
as
I look
it
at
is
him.
for a tattoo, you really don't want one on you.
I look like I'm judging everybody. I'm sorry,
Yes,
guys.
hey, listen, Pons. I already took a screenshot of it, so.
Oh, and Sarah, I must say, thank you for letting me borrow that thumbnail. By the way, it was very, very nice of you.
You're welcome. No, I had saw it like after the show the next day, and I was like, get it. I only sent it to Geek, I thought.
Well, I saw it on your on your channel, and I go, that's priceless. I got to borrow that, and it was so.
Oh, yeah.
I meant to tell you, but before I could tell you, you're like, hey, Bob, nice thumbnail. Yeah, I borrowed it. I borrowed it.
No, you can borrow it anytime you want. Like I
Very
made a
kind.
videogram, so it's
Yeah.
perfectly fine to use. No worries. It just took me
Thank
by
you.
surprise because I went to go back to leave a comment, right? Because I don't think I did after your show Sunday. Anyway, so then I just went back and I looked at it. I'm like, that thumbnail looks familiar. Oh, look, he's added to it. That's amazing.
It actually looks like he's holding up a sign saying "Thrash Pondo."
Yeah, it worked out great. I was like, good job. But yeah, so yeah, feel free to let me know anytime you want my thumbnails. I'll just send them off to you. They're fun.
Thank you, Sister Sarah.
You're welcome. And also, Starkey makes good thumbnails too. So if you ever see hers too, hit her up too. She'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'd like to share." She's cool like that. Even though she doesn't
But
like.
Snarky,
Not
I would definitely ask first.
If people don't see my comments on their shorts, it's not because I'm not watching them. It's because for some reason YouTube's a pain in the ass and won't let me comment.
Yes,
Yep,
Starkey has
it's doing
a
that
big
to a lot of us
feature
more and more every day.
It's been like that for over a year now. Okay, I can even comment on my own with my other 2 channels, right? So
No, you don't understand. I got videos that's got 50 comments, and it won't even let me click on it to see who else commented on the motherfucker. What the fuck?
Right?
Weird.
Yeah, no, I can't
You
do
gotta
it
go
either.
through your studio to check it.
How about other people's videos? How can I check them? Because it's doing it like Sarah's got one that's got 20 something views, and 20 something comments, and 100 and something views, and you can't look at the comments on it or leave one. What the hell?
Yeah, it's retarded. Hey, Boy Blue. I don't know really. But yeah, so yeah, it's a terrible thing. It's cutting down on a lot of people's stuff because like somehow people are thinking that it's the channel person that's got them blocked and shit, and that's not true at all. It's a YouTube problem. Don't blame creators for YouTube problems. It's not fair to the creators.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Gary.
Hey Gary, how
The
you
Brady
doing?
Bunch. The Brady. We were just talking about the Brady Bunch too.
Yeah, maybe he's behind again. I think it was Sunday. He was at Geeks and he was behind, and he was like answering all the things that were like 20 minutes ago or something. It was really funny. I was trying to figure out what he was talking about. I'm like, what?
Funny, people will see the live stream on, they'll click on it, and they won't realize that they're starting from the beginning, and they're like way back in the past behind where we are now, 36 minutes in or something. And they'll be 20 or 25 minutes behind.
Ooh.
Wow.
So really,
Yeah.
we're not getting divorced. Me and Sarah, we're not married. We're not getting a divorce. We're not breaking up the team. We're stronger than ever. But
Yeah.
we wanted to kind of share that we're partners here, and
Yay.
we've written, and we got us a little photo album kind of thing that we started. We have like part 1 of it because once I started making it, I realized there's enough for like 3 parts.
Well,
Yeah, and you were like, "How long should I make it?" And I was like, "Under 5 minutes." This one, what was it say? Oh,
It's
1
only a
minute
minute and a
35.
half, so it's not
Yeah,
bad.
right. Yeah. So because if we were gonna put them up on StreamYard, it's just gotta be like that. Otherwise, retardation ensues. All right, this has no sound, so feel free to use words.
Yeah, we're gonna leave.
Okay, apparently you have to unmute yourselves because it's just muted everyone.
Yay!
What you
So
do is
2
normally do.
stinkers, me. That's us.
oh, cute.
We
Yeah.
figured out that we're really good at teamwork.
Yay, teamwork!
Oh, how
Now,
adorable.
Sarah was an EDM star and did raves for a long time.
Everybody
I was
knows
there.
that,
Oh,
And I had that magical comedy club Sarah helped out at all the time.
that was adorable.
And that is our narrator who will look more distressed as this goes. That's when we lived in Hawaii and we got those food trucks and we won that surfing contest. Hey,
Yes,
look,
yes.
then our friend Chance, he got a gig as a game show host on a pirate ship. And next thing you know, we're running around with a bunch of pirates.
Yep, it was awesome.
Sure. That's cool.
He's
Oh,
got his jacket off now. He's a little drunk. That's our steampunk general store, and Sarah got to be a steampunk parrot. And then
Yeah.
we brokered those galactic peace accords.
Of course we did. We would. It's us. Of course we did. Oh goodness, he's a
Well,
peanut.
that's about all he could take. That was just too much. And we didn't even tell him about Sasquatch and Zorgon were there.
Yeah. Book 2. Anyways, those are modern day. Oh, she put fancies there.
oh, that was cute, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I got pictures of us when we worked at the stadium and all the rock bands and a bunch
Hey,
of other
Huber.
stuff, man.
Yeah.
Hey, kids.
Well, yeah. So, So we definitely did not get a divorce yet. Okay, because we didn't even get
Yes.
married yet. All right. It's like I said, we really thought this through heavily, as you can tell.
Now,
And
if you do get a divorce, who gets custody of us?
Speaking of custody,
oh my gosh. Well, the thing of it is we'll just have to share you guys. It'll be
Share
awesome.
visitation? Okay. I'll buy that.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll,
that's the way it usually works with these YouTube channels getting divorces.
we'll still work with you guys. No, listen, I don't have kids, so how that works I don't really know. But we'll do that.
But
Don't worry.
Sarah, there's
Yes.
another video.
Yes,
You do have kids.
Birds.
Well, yes, I woke up to kids. Except for one I asked for. That is true. But what video is that? Is it the other one?
Oh, you said you got both of them. I thought you meant you got the kid one and that one.
No, I think it's just that one again that I got again.
Well, that's not really two videos then, Sarah.
No, it's not. But like I said, the one of them was the same as the other one, except for it just wasn't with all the bells and whistles you put on it.
Well, a few words I put on it. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get like Spliffy Pop. He might want to do the narrator part. So there's still that. We don't even know how exactly what the narrator's saying while he's slowly losing it through the video.
Probably come up with a couple of words for that one.
Well, anyway, so that was the big twist, right? Like
that was it.
Anyways, thanks everybody for this Thursday's awesome show. Next week we have what is the next week's show topic?
It's an Ask Us Anything, y'all. Come up with whatever questions you want to ask Snarky and Sarah, because we'll answer it, even if we have to go like that.
Oh, wah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They want to know, what are all the crimes you did? Well, I did wah. And everybody be like, damn, right? Come on, stop judging me.
Sarah.
And that's why I'm a good girl now. I'm Sister Sarah.
Hans, you're making me real unsettled when you're staring at me like that.
I'm going to bop out and come back in. I'll be right back.
All right, now your nipple.
Dragging you, man. Jeez.
I think you made him uncomfortable.
Well, he kept looking down at my crotch. What was I supposed to do?
I don't think it was your crotch. I think he was looking down at my. Anyway, never mind. He's married.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's a heterosexual. He's probably looking at your big boobs.
Everybody's looking at the boobs. That's why we boobs.
I got big boobs too.
I'm Sarah. That's Snarky.
Tracy just went up about 5 notches in the book.
What?
Tracy went up about 5 notches in the book. Man, another thing that YouTube's been doing lately again is making the chat disappear on my cell phone, right? It's just like it's gone. It's so just AIDS, man. And not even the good kind of AIDS that was a diet supplement, okay?
He's alive.
Hans! You're not disapproving anymore.
How long will it be?
It's alive.
We'll see how long it lasts.
What we need to do now is everybody has to put their little bets in for how long it'll be before old Pons freezes up again. I got 17 minutes right there, buddy.
That's what they do when you're on Eric's. I think it's funny.
I know. And you know what? All the times we don't talk about it, it's the time he never freezes. Now, Snarky, what was you going to say? Wow, that was weird words.
When I'm on Messenger and somebody sends me a link to go to a chat or to a video, a lot of times the chat and the video and the comment section are screwed up just from having to transfer twice to get to it.
Yeah.
And I have to turn YouTube off, turn it back on, go back to the thing, and then the chat is there. So
and then sometimes I'm watching YouTube and it just goes glitchy on me for no reason, whatever I'm watching. And I'm like, this is just getting worse and worse. Yeah. And look, we got BK in the house. Hi, BK.
Harry.
How you doing? BK, you free? I'll shoot you the link. BK is awesome, everyone. He's epic. Oh, he was on James's show the other day. In Strom, wherever the heck his name is. Anyways, it was awesome on Sunday. Yeah, nice. Make sure you check that thing out too. He's been sharing it out everywhere on Facebook. Anyways, I could vouch for that. Anyways, awesome, very good.
Where's Tug tonight?
Tug had car trouble, so So he said he doesn't know if he can make it. But I did text him or message him and say, you could pop up on your cell phone. Crickets.
It's about time. It really is about time for him to trade that 1979 Ford Escort in. It really is.
Oh my God, Steve's here. Steve, how you doing, my
Steve.
brother?
How are you, sir?
Hey, how you doing?
The Life Sad Ending. Oh, I've seen their videos.
His
videos is great. Yeah. Steve does a good
Yeah, well,
job.
And
anyways,
his wife makes videos too, and she has a channel too.
Oh, that's
right
right.
on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Also, Damien said he's running late, so he'll be up around sometime. But I think he's fighting off the raccoons, of course.
Raccoons.
Yeah,
He's put them in place.
What's Damien late for? The Omen?
Hey, Roscoe. How you doing? Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, it's always good to see everybody here. And I know you guys are all truly relieved that we're not getting divorced. I know. And we got Silver here. Hi, Silver.
Hey, Silver.
We just want to let everybody know that your fears can be elated, or whatever the words are, that we are not going to break up the Thursday Giggle Fest, because we would never. Even over breakfast. We just could not, okay? Because coffee saved the day, I guess.
Coffee always does.
So I've been told. I don't coffee much. But anyways, okay, so I do have a few questions here now, okay? Now, this is just totally off the top of my head. Has everybody here had a lot of weird weather lately?
Yes.
Like everyone, right?
They keep on saying rain and it doesn't rain.
Well, like you keep saying
That's
rain here,
weatherman.
like 90% humidity and then nothing. So I don't know.
Raining is just like touching the ground. It's not a joke.
Well, I know, because like everybody's been having like tornadoes like warnings lately and stuff, and I was just like, I don't remember there being so many different places with like tornado warnings that I don't remember. Like I don't know. I guess I never weathered right or something, because I don't know. So yeah, but I haven't had any earthquakes lately that I'm aware of, anyway. So that's cool.
We had an earthquake on
last
Cape
week
Cod.
Is kind of lately.
A couple weeks ago, we had an earthquake right here. It only lasted for a second. It was like, and I was like, did a truck? Oh my
How's it going?
God, D-Man, what's going on, my brother?
Yeah.
Oh, just late as usual.
Hey, whatever. At least you didn't use your car as an excuse. I mean, not that it's like totally not a believable excuse, geek, but still.
Jimmy Church, the radio host Jimmy Church, on his show 3 days ago said late was my middle name.
Hey, Michael, it's good to see you. And yes, we're always flying high up in this area.
I have two middle names. Late is one of them. The other one is Danger.
You're late for danger?
Yeah, exactly. Late for danger, yes.
Danger. Sounds like a comic book.
Yeah.
Come on, that's Austin Powers. Come on.
Bring me up one of them.
Danger is my middle name.
Right. Like 007 or Double Blood Spying.
What's your last name? Zone.
Yeah. I think I should change my last name to Higher.
What's up, Esmeralda?
Or what's really funny is that one time up on Facebook, Geek would try to say he was as high as Flock. I was like, I don't think so. Yeah, exactly what I thought. I don't think so.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh. Yeah, it was one of those shorts he put up, right? He put it up there, and I was like, because he's like, I don't know, it was like a whole bunch of 0 like views on it. I'm like, well, that face, nobody's gonna watch him, right? Because he's like a big sad or something. Anyways, then he comes back and he's like, ugly, high as shit, and I'm like, no, not really. And he's like, I'm high as Flock. No, you're not. Not close. Survey says no. Look, I never watched that show. Bong girls. I'm a bong girl.
There you go.
As in you have to post bond, or you?
No,
Bong.
well, no, just this kind. You know,
Oh,
yeah, just
bong.
that's
Oh,
funny.
gotcha. Okay.
yeah. Not a bomb girl either. No.
Ah.
I could smell it from here. Literally. I have neighbors.
Oh, that
Yeah.
reminds me, I
Well,
want to
there
check,
you go.
I
For
got to check
free.
on something real quick.
What?
A video I put up today, I want to see how many views it got.
Awesome. Let us know. Also,
1
let us know how many
million.
views. Also, let us know how many views you got on Chance saying penis. Asking for all of
Yeah.
us.
I wish I could remember what channel I put that up on.
Tell me he can't find his own.
I mean, ENFDT.
I had to
What?
say that.
That is the smallest flash drive I've ever received. Look how teeny that is.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
That's so tiny.
Flash drive.
Gordon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, the flash drive in my truck with all my music on it decided to go bad, and so I had to get a new one here.
Well, now you're just gonna lose that one in your truck.
It's tiny. Well, except for it's going to live in a USB port in the center console, and I'll never even know it's in there.
Ooh, then it's a dongle.
Yeah, it's a tiny little dongle too. I've got the smallest dongle
it's a
of them
micro.
all. Apparently,
You got a
Dongles are usually small.
Dongle in the dongle.
Whoever had 17 minutes.
Pons is frozen.
and Pons
Again,
is
yeah, Pons is frozen
frozen.
again.
Look at that.
What did I told you? 17 minutes.
I was doing my big number too.
I know the
He
Pons algorithm.
He looks less disgusted this time though.
I can predict
Hey,
you the way I can predict you the way Kurt predicted Con.
Hey, mushroom. How you doing, man?
Oh, nice. Yeah, nobody watches my stuff, or YouTube doesn't count my views, or they take them away. So I just forever the same, never move.
Buns, this time when you froze, you look like you're getting a whiff of maybe you smell shit.
I think I'm like Charlie Weaver, like when he was on the Hollywood Squares. Now, listen, Paul.
Anyways, who's on Mushroom Manny today? Hey, neither am I. Neither are you. What on Mushroom Manny? Like what? Anyways, hi Cole.
It sounds like a Japanese game show. Mushroom Manny.
Yeah, well, there you go. Anyways, Mushroom Manny, he goes live.
Well, I mean, anything would sound like that if you use that accent.
Valid. Yosh, ikozai.
My God.
That killed the conversation. I'm sorry.
Every time I hear Crown, I think of Corinthian leather.
Rich Corinthian leather.
I can't get over the lack of chest hair at this point. That still bothers me.
Well, you can't get over what at this point?
What?
That lack of chest hair on Ricardo Montalban, because I really thought I used to make a joke for decades about how his chest hair was the real star of that movie, and he didn't have any.
Right, yeah. Well, Mandela effect or something. You saw the episode the one dimension where he had the hairy chest, and thank God.
No, I just made that shit up off the top of my head one day, thinking I knew something that I didn't know. Sometimes humans say dumb shit.
Well, he did have that thing he wore that made it look like he was covered in hair. If you're stoned enough, it can be confusing, like that guy in Barbarella. Don't get me started.
And on that, we lost Snark Sass.
It's a really cool movie. I was joking.
Don't get me started on Barbarella, please.
Let's not.
Barbarella. That's real. I think they should remake it with this CGI. They could go crazy.
That'd be true.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, Christopher, what's
Weird,
going on?
and we're proud.
Well, actually, I'm a flocking weirdo. Okay, let's get it right. All right. You know, look, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna
Mean
fucking do it
weirdo.
right. Don't fucking mess with me, or I'll fuck up something.
Fuck. Fuck yeah!
Wait,
Look, were y'all intimidated? Did you believe me? Did I come off as
yeah,
aggressive?
like a
Okay.
bird with
No,
arms.
I'm the birth arms. Oh no! I love those videos.
I'm sure they're fucking hilarious
Oh,
because birds don't
yeah,
have
they are.
arms, but when they do, it's hilarious.
Dude, I knew this like kindergarten teacher who started arguing with me that she thought birds could move their tip feathers as fingers, and I'm like, no, that's a cartoon thing. She's like, but I thought in real life they could. As
How
a
the
bird,
fuck do people
no.
get all the way through college not understanding anything?
Well,
And
anyway, she's a kindergarten
that is
teacher.
my
So let's go
California
teach her.
education system subject so much.
I'm like, where'd she get her
The
teaching
teachers
degree off of
are trained by Hannah fucking Barbera.
Look, the same place she got her teaching degree is where I got my spelology degree, okay? Just, it was there, all right? It just happened.
Oh my God.
If your teacher thinks her bird is using her feathers for fingers, she got her
Yeah.
teaching degree from Hannah Barbera.
And she never had her fucking eyes open one day out in the world where birds are.
Listen, birds
I
aren't
mean,
real anyway. Don't worry
Birds
about
aren't
it.
real. Yeah, birds
Yeah,
aren't
I
real.
made
birds
a
aren't
song
real.
about it.
I mean, we
Yeah,
all
I made
know
a song
that.
about it.
They're
Yeah,
drones.
I got a
They're
song.
drones.
Make sure we watch that song.
But,
all right.
but let me make this perfectly clear, as I was telling them backstage. The anteater thing in that cartoon where it's trying to eat the ant is a cartoon. You cannot get an anteater at the pet store as a pet. Just saying.
What?
That's true.
But you could go to Damien's and get a free possum or
Why are you saying it, Dan?
You want some raccoons? I got 2 of them. There's apparently 3 possums now. There's
Oh
3 of them.
my.
Yeah.
Wow.
A young one, a middle-aged one, and one that looks like it's about to die.
oh,
Maybe it's
Ah.
playing
Hey,
possum.
hey, Damien.
Yeah.
Damien, here's a news flash for you, brother. As long as you keep feeding them, they will come back.
I'm not feeding them. I'm feeding the cats. But
No, you're feeding them.
the cats
time to
don't
put
eat
the
all the
cat in
food,
the
unfortunately. So
Put the cat in the bathroom, give him a bowl of food, and watch the other critters go away.
there's 2 stray cats out there. I can't bring them in.
I love little raccoon hands eating cat food. It's so cute.
Well, it is cute. It is cute. It's not cute when they steal a cat bowl and put it way out in the yard, and I have to go hiking for it.
yeah.
It's also not cute when they decide to wash those little hands in the cat bowl, and now I gotta wash the bowl in the morning because it's full of like dirty raccoon paw goo. You know. So anyway,
That's let's just have a dinner. Raccoon pangu. That's how you recycle your roadkill. Oh no!
You get it at the Chinese restaurant, but
Oh God.
It's a delicacy, I swear.
I understand it is. Yeah.
People have also said that about cat.
It's funny. Last summer, I was sitting on my deck like 2 a.m. having a cigarette, right? And I hear something rustling on the stairs to my porch. And my first thought is, oh, great, the coyote have learned how to use staircases. So I'm preparing for the inevitable scrum down. And all of a sudden, this great big face shows up. It's a raccoon, like a huge one. And he just sort of like looks at me. And I go, hello, what can I do for you? And he bolts. But I'm like, really? He actually sat there for a second, trying to decide, like,
Yeah.
Well,
they live in such close proximity to humans that I'm sure that they just are born with a certain amount of cool and calmness, you know, but they also know.
I'm going to assume that this possum was about half your size, or a raccoon was about half your size, and it was judging to see if you were truly a threat or not. But if you had stood up, then he probably would have engaged you in Mortal Kombat, sir.
and I would have bet on the raccoon.
Definitely.
One thing about the fried raccoon is the raccoon rangoon or whatever you called it a minute ago. So there's 2 places you can get that because I live in the South. I forgot the other place you can get that same dish would be at Bubba's Pawn Gun Fried Catfish and Raccoon Store. But
damn.
So I see you
He
can
ain't
get
lying.
dead, but you can't get him alive.
Yeah.
He ain't lying. The tobacco store over on the other side that I don't go to anymore
Mhm.
is the tobacco store, the bait shop, the convenience store, and and they got a little diner going on in there. They make hot lunch.
Is it
Uh-oh.
gumbo?
Some of
Oh,
the
hey,
some of
Face
the
the Ace, how's it
They
going?
had gumbo one fucking time.
some
I
of
heard it
the
was one time
best
every time.
some of the best southern fried food you will ever have comes from some place that's got a diner, a gun store, a pawn shop, and a friggin', whatever else,
Bait
bait
shop.
store built in.
Yep.
Tell
The
me
word you're
about
looking
it.
for out there, buddy, is hillbilly.
Yep.
It's right. The place you're looking for where you got to get that is right beside the trailer park, right down the street from the flea market.
Or it's the only store amongst like miles and miles of nothing. It's like right there at a crossroads, there's that store. And it's like, well, I guess if you're going to be the only store for, 20 miles either direction, you might as well do it
Just like that
all.
wonderful place in the hills have eyes.
Yeah.
They have to have like a peach stand or something.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
Watermelon stand.
Oh no, there's always one of those out there in the summertime. And they got the fried peanut, or not fried, boiled peanut stand off to the side there. Yeah, I'm not a big fan myself.
I can't get into that. That's gross.
All right, Face.
Yeah.
I got your other channel wrenched up, so you're good. All right, cool.
I boiled some almonds the other day just trying to see what they do because I didn't feel like Googling it. And so I boiled some almonds. They eventually start soaking up the liquid and getting not so hard. So, but apparently you have to boil them a lot longer than I did because when I cut one, like you could see this little outer rim that was a lighter color but the inside was still solid, hard and dry.
Oh, you got to boil the crap out of them. You really do.
Yeah, boiled peanuts, everybody. Boiled peanuts.
I just do mad scientist shit in the kitchen sometimes. I just get to wondering about stuff.
I'm not a fan of them at all. Like, peanuts should crunch, not mush. I mean, it's just something about it.
I feel.
Dude, are they really that mushy? I haven't tried them yet.
Oh, they are straight up mush. Yeah. Sometimes they got a little bit of like almost an al dente pasta, but I mean, seriously, they are mush. But anyway.
No, I won't even eat them in Chinese food. When they have like cashew nuts, I don't do that either. I eat them separately, dry roasted. That's how I like.
Cashew chickens invented in Springfield, Missouri.
I don't doubt it.
Hey, Damien.
Yeah.
I was just thinking when I was real young, like 7, 8 years old, my grandma had what they call scuffadines. You know what that is?
No,
that's a funny looking southern grape. Basically,
muscadines.
Yeah, scuffadines, muscadine things. Well, anyway, the raccoons loved them. And you know how she kept the raccoons.
Great.
You know how she kept the raccoons away though? She'd pour this shit called ammonia. She'd take these stinking shit called ammonia and pour it around, and the raccoons couldn't stand it, and they wouldn't go around the grapes. But pour a little ammonia in your yard and around your steps. It don't bother the cats.
Well, I mean, have you ever smelled cat piss? It's like all ammonia.
It's very gritty too.
Basically, the ammonia don't bother the cats, but it'll drive them fucking raccoons ate shit.
I got a whole jug of that shit there in the laundry room right over there. So I might try that tonight, see if I can keep the raccoons away. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So.
Ammonia is like the main ingredient in those anti-fainted, I forgot what they're called. The little things you snap under someone's nose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Smelling salts.
And if that don't work, you can go to the hunting place, a hunting store around there, and get you some of that urine, like wolf urine or something, and try that. That might keep them away too. They don't like the predator smells.
Keep everybody away.
I tried my own piss. That didn't work.
So, you drank your own piss? What?
I did one time, but it was too salty. I just couldn't, Anyway.
You drank your own piss?
I'm kidding. Jesus.
I was about to say it was very Florida man of you, but okay.
I was going to say, how do you taste the salt over the ammonia?
Canadian Florida man.
The cruel joke would be your piss has got so much sugar in it, it probably attracted them motherfuckers.
Well, I am diabetic, but anyway.
But living out in the greater regions of British Columbia, far on a hilltop lives Damien in a hut with a log cabin, smoke coming out of there, and him
In a
not
yurt.
having anything to drink, and the only thing was urine.
I would love living
You know
in
how
a
much
yurt.
it rains in British Columbia? I mean, it rains a lot, so I don't think I'd have a problem with that. But anyway,
Well,
I tried pissing around the patio and all the places where the raccoons could come up from, and it didn't work.
So
And the neighbor lady didn't say nothing.
Well, they
were
weren't
filming.
looking.
They weren't looking. Right, but their cameras were all looking.
Well, I didn't think about that. I mean,
And
they
now
would have had
that's-
quite a sight to see there, but
We live in
that's
the
why
future,
Damien lives in
Damien.
Florida.
there might be videos of me online with any of the.
Oh no!
Yeah, let me just do a quick
Only
search here.
fans.
Florida man OnlyFans. That's
Yeah.
Damien.
It's like, look at this
You lived down
asshole
here long
pissing
enough?
off his fucking porch here in the middle of the night. What the hell does he think he's doing? It's like, meanwhile, I've got an actual purpose for it,
with his micro
trying to keep the damn raccoons away. Doesn't work.
with his micro SD card or whatever it was.
What are you doing? You
The
wouldn't believe me
videos
if I
over on
told
the
you.
channel called the Night Pisser.
Hey,
Micro dongle.
I have a really big SD
Dongle.
card too. Thank you. So.
Wow.
Hey,
So
Tony.
now we've seen your SD card at ease and at
Wait,
attention.
I have an even bigger one from back in the day. So right there.
It gets bigger and bigger, guys.
If
If
I
I may-
were not a shower.
May I interject? I have an interjection.
Go ahead.
Would you say
Thank
you were a
you.
grower, not a shower?
Mr. Tony's here from Mr. Tony of the Dead. I want to remind everybody that this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's thrash time, our buddy Kevin at the entertainment headquarters and all the other little field marshals, we're going to be deep diving in one of the silliest kaiju movies of all time, X, the Monster from Outer Space. It's going to be a lot of fun because it's a silly one. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. Please join us.
Okay, well then somebody drop links for that then, okay? Everybody who can. Thank you.
Me and or Tony.
Yeah, well,
Please.
they're registered in my chat, so they can drop it there and everybody can just get it there afterwards and then leave it in everybody's comment section afterwards too, because that way we can all go and together thing, because that's still a good thing. I like it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And yeah, Boy Blue, it's the Japanese sci-fi movie where the thing kind of it has a head like a spaceship with a periscope and the big rabbit ear antennas, and it looks like it's wearing a ruffled shirt. It's.
He just said, I think it got canceled because Kevin has COVID, but I'll make sure.
sucks.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Make sure you just check it
no.
out if it's there. Okay.
If it's there.
Yeah. Thanks for the
Thank
heads
you for
up.
letting me know, Mr. Tony. I didn't know that. Thank you. I'll check with Kevin and let you folks know.
Awesome. But so we should all, check channels out and subject challenge stuff. And, make sure we support everybody's thing because you never know when we're going to end up in divorce court.
Already divorced. Too late.
But Damien, I thought you and I were going to get divorced, but
We have to be married first.
Yeah,
I mean,
See, that was the only flaw in our plan.
yeah, marriage comes first and then divorce. That's how that works.
I thought the
Think
baby
of how
came
much
first.
time you save by going straight to divorce.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You might as well just
Yeah.
cut out the middleman altogether and just go straight to divorce court and be like, okay, yeah.
It's like in that old comedy movie Mafia. It talked about the casinos out in Vegas, and they go, "We had a special feature for people who were just on layovers," and there was a sign, "Just leave your money here." So think of all the time that saves. Well, I don't have to
Right?
gamble. I can just leave my money and go. Wow, thank you.
I've been in Las Vegas
Wait a
before,
minute.
right?
I got a goddamn Simpsons episode or something about the two psychics in divorce court, and the judge says, "Well, you never got married," but she said, "Yeah, but we're psychic. We knew it wouldn't work out."
No. Okay, so I've been in Vegas many times in my life, right?
Bully
And-
for you.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
sorry where
anyways,
that came from. Sorry.
that's the wrong face to bully me with. Anyway, she looks so cute. But anyways,
thank you.
I went to this one gas station, right? And like I had for years made fun of like gambling machines everywhere, right? But this one was actually in the bathroom. I'm like, why? And there was so few. Yeah, in the handicap stall, there was one in the wall, and I was like, I'm not even gonna touch any of this. I'm gonna go find another bathroom. I feel like I'm not gonna. I feel like that if I just go to the bathroom, I'll probably hit a jackpot or something, and I won't want to touch any of that.
They should at least have like hand sanitizer right there next to it, or some wet wipes or something, you know.
No, and these are the levers too. Okay, they were like lever ones, right? I don't know what I was at, but my friend and I, we just kind of walked in and went, ha, they're everywhere in here, right? I mean, there's like you walked in and there's like 3 right there with bar stools, and there was 3 people sitting there. I'm like, who goes to the store to go gamble? There's right there. Like. I'll never understand. But anyways, I mean, does the bathroom machines pay out more? I wasn't gonna find out. No
thanks.
And pay what?
Well, I live in
condoms and tampons.
You're gonna find in a bathroom down here is a lottery machine or a condom machine.
Well, anyways, I thought it was pretty gross, and there was just no way I could even go in the bathroom at that point, you know.
It sounds
when I was a kid, they used to have cigarette machines in there.
I remember that.
Cigarette machines are normal.
The first health club I ever joined, I was like 15 or 16. There was a cigarette machine in the lobby of the health club.
Oh wow!
You went to the gym and they had a cigarette machine.
Hey, look, when I was a kid, they had cigarette machines everywhere, and you get a pack of cigarettes for 50 cents. You know.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, wow. I remember when I was 11 years old buying a pack of Marlboros for 50 cents and going out back in the mall and smoking them suckers and getting sick as shit.
Yes,
oh my
God. Well, yeah, so back in the day, you could do things, and nowadays you can't do anything. So enjoy your freedoms of nothing. Yay! No, I went to a bar one time, or many times, in Temecula, right, back in the day. And they had a cigarette machine in there, right? Now, mind you, the cigarettes in there were like, $20 for like 1 pack, right? Anyways, but people would buy them left and right, and I'm like, I don't blame you on that because the nearest convenience store was already closed. It's terrible. But yeah,
nothing is worse than when you're having a few cold ones and you need that cigarette and you don't have one. It's like your mind just starts to go.
I remember when I was in grade school, the teacher's lounge, they could smoke in it. I don't know if they had a cigarette machine in there or not, but they smoked in that teacher's lounge because they'd open the door and the smoke would pour out.
I remember that.
Oh God! When I was in high school, we had a smoking lounge, and the teachers would be sitting right beside us smoking.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Hey, math teacher, can I get a Marlboro?"
Yeah, really.
I've had damn teachers ask me for a cigarette before.
There was this little courtyard outside the
teacher asked me for a cigarette one time, and this was way after it was okay to smoke in high school because I'm a little bit younger than you. But he knew I smoked, and I was heading out of class, and he was like, "Hey, can I get a cigarette from you, man? I'm all out." I was like, "Only if I can come around and smoke behind the portable with you." He was like, looks around. He's like, "All right."
See, when I was a freshman, I would be everybody's lookout, right? Because they would all smoke, right? And so I'd be the lookout because, like, I'm my parents work at the school district. Everybody just like assumes that I'm a good kid. Anyways, that's funny. But the point of it is I was everybody's lookout, right? So it's awesome. Anyways, yes, I helped a lot of naughty behaviors, but you can't prove it.
Statute of limitations.
Yeah. There you go.
Too many years now.
Right. Anyways, and I can either confirm or deny that the story I told you was absolutely true. Okay.
I cannot confirm nor deny such allegations.
Yes, of truth. I cannot.
I have no knowledge of such operations, nor would I be at liberty to discuss them if I did.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I may or may not have done some things in my life, but we won't talk about those right now. Snarky, what did you do?
I don't confess on air. What?
Oh, I thought you were just going to say I don't answer questions. I thought that was where we were going.
I mean, technically we're on a talk show, so I think I have to answer most of the questions, but no.
I think you answered Yes. How was your day, Sarah? I don't know. You threw me for a loop. I don't know how to answer that. And there you go. So you just misdirect or whatever that is. Deflect.
There was a day? What happened?
You
It's
wash your
nighttime?
birds.
Whatever it is,
right?
I probably did
right.
it all.
Yeah.
I'm guilty.
A few people yesterday got a picture of myself and the birds all clean from our shower. Don't worry, I did have clothes on. It was awesome. Okay, but the birds were wet AF, and they were so cute.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Papa Zing.
Yeah. You just noticed that he was here?
Yeah, I did just notice that he was here. Hey, Lady Justice, how you doing?
How you doing? Yeah. So yeah, it's all like, what were we talking about?
About your shower with clothes on.
We were talking about how we don't answer questions, so I can't answer that.
Next time you tell that story, you might want to leave the part where you got clothes on off, you know.
Well, anyways, it was just a picture after the shower, so I was dressed. Okay, so it wasn't us in the shower. I didn't just go around showing everybody me in the shower. I did not.
That would be fans though.
Before I left TikTok, I tuned into a lady who was taking a shower with her clothes on for her live stream because that's what they asked her to do.
Yeah.
So she did.
I've seen people.
So I guess they're paying her. Then she, that's more power to her and all that. But
I was on a live stream one time, and this is one of those live streams we did for like months at a time, right? And I told everybody that I was going to go into the shower, so I took the phone with me into the shower. Obviously, the camera was off, but my mic was on, right? So you could hear me in the shower. And all of a sudden, the guys just started a big argument about something, and I was like, "Oh, that's weird." Anyway,
what was it?
Yeah.
Did you sing in the shower while you were in there?
No, I just listened
No
to
singing?
old men argue about something that didn't make sense.
It'd be funny if you were going splish splash. I was taking.
Some of those people are dead now, so I won't speak ill of them.
Oh, well.
But it was funny. They're like, "Yeah, go in the shower." Next thing you know, they get into a big argument.
I mean, if you can't talk bad about dead people, who the hell can you talk bad about?
Alive people.
That's not a bad
they
point.
Talk back. They can talk back to you. Well, yeah, but listen, those people I'm not going to say mean things about. I'll have to. There you go. But what's funny? That
I don't have any problem telling the truth about people, whether they're alive or dead. I don't give a fuck.
Right. And that's Snarky for you. I go, well, listen, I'll tell you later, maybe. You have to pry it out of me if I'm going to say something. You have to pry it out of me. You have to ask me the right
questions. He's not a big gossip. It's crazy. Drives me nuts.
I know. She's like, tell me the gossip on whatever. And I'm like, what? People are specific. What do you mean? Oh, that I don't even know. Who are they again? Oh my gosh, they're these people. Oh, okay.
I think people tell me so much gossip because they know I got all fucked up in the head and I'm not going to remember it anyway.
Well, I remember too much. I remember things that I don't even want to remember that people have told me. Oh, no.
I'd forget to remember not to say the things I was told not to say.
There you go.
Boy, they're different than me. I'd say it.
I tried to sing in the shower, but they ended up calling the cops through cops. They thought someone was getting killed. So I do not sing in the shower anymore. Yeah. Recommend do not get yourself swatted for singing in the shower. It's very embarrassing. Cops come in. Oh, yeah, look, neighbors, look, just don't worry about it, okay? He's a shower singer. They're like, oh, and toe clutching and the, harumphs and, the whole 9 yards.
Harump.
You gotta have the harumphs.
Gotta get a harump out of that guy.
Boy Blue is asking if there's any topic here. And, there is whatever topic that comes up. We'll kind of find a theme and make a title and a thumbnail, and it kind of looks cohesive. But it's not real. The facts are fictional, and the numbers don't add up. That's just what Thursdays is all about.
It's imaginary. None of this really happened.
Did you say it was vegetarian? It was vegetarian?
Sounds like how the government's run.
With vegetables. I think.
But we don't make nearly as much money off of it.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Dude, I'm more in the Reddit than I am
$200,000
anywhere
a
else. Yeah. Look. I'm willing to sell out for some monies. So if people want to give me monies to sell out for, I will sell out for some monies. Okay, but only a little bit of selling out. Like it depends. Okay, and not the fans either.
I need like $45 a month to cover this stupid StreamYard.
Hey Gary, I'm right there with you. I'm not eating fried raccoon or fried possum. Either one.
How far behind is he?
I'm not nothing the Beverly Hillbillies had on their plate.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a Beverly Hillbillies thing right there.
Don't y'all love the way they needed the billiards table and they used the angel? They used the angel as a pot passer and stuff. It's so great.
I'm a pot passer. Look, I'm passing the pot right now.
Like how they used to use the little things for the balls. They
that reminds
their
me.
junk or napkins.
Mm-hmm.
I like Ellie Mae.
They really did do a good job of acclimating to their new surroundings and all. They tried so very hard, and they were just so genuine and authentic, and it was wild. I love that show.
You know that Irene Ryan was kind of a serious actress for a while.
Oh yeah, before that, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be right back, guys.
Absolutely. I mean, like when I saw her without all the makeup, I was like, "Who is that lady?" And then I saw like Granny. I'm like, "No way!"
Yeah, and her and Jed were about the same age.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they weren't. It wasn't that she was so much older. Kind of like the way Estelle Getty was actually the youngest one there, playing the oldest one.
Yep.
I love the fact that she's a cute little old lady and she's a moonshiner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah.
There's a great episode where they go to England, and she goes into a pharmacy, a chemist shop, and Alan Napier, Alfred from he's actually the pharmacist.
No way.
She mentions using moonshine as a medicinal drug, and he goes, "Our government takes a very dim view of that, ma'am." And she goes, "Mine's not too big on it either."
Oh Lord!
You know what I found out? I found this out like much after the poor lady had passed on. My Mrs. Thrash, her grandmother, was a bootlegger. She ran during Prohibition. She ran alcohol in between. I guess they were making it on one of the reservations out in Oklahoma. She would buy it from the indigenous and then run it out to the next state.
Running firewater.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's funny because I remember her as a sweet little old lady. Oh, you come over here, you give Grandma a hug. You know, she was a bootlegger in the 1920s. I'm like, no shit.
So don't ever make her mad, right? You could go disappear.
I never made her mad. I made her daughter, my mother-in-law, mad on several occasions, but that's another story.
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Hey, brother. Hey, brother.
Well,
can you spare a dime?
So that's pretty cool. She was never on probation though, right? Because there would have been a really cool TV show about her, right? You know, Granny got to keep her nose clean, right? She's hopping in and out of her whatever car, you know, whatever grandma drives.
She was never caught because she was just a girl, so the cops never stopped her. That's why they were having her do it, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
I was gonna say I've never been stopped before either because I'm a girl. But I don't bootleg.
Well, you know, around here there's still bootleggers, but they only exist on Sunday, and you have to know about them, and you go by their house and you buy the beer or whatever on Sunday.
That's the way it is, you know. Them old Sunday bootleggers for the idiots who didn't have that sense to buy the shit on Saturday.
You guys still have blue laws? They repaired the blue laws in Massachusetts. We can buy beer on Sunday now, but for years we couldn't. So you just
we still got it.
Depends on the county you're in down here. Some of the counties are dry counties. You can't buy on Sunday.
Here too.
My county, thankfully, I can buy, like, people can be coming out of church across the store from the convenience store, and I'm coming out with beer. Hey!
There's I don't know. There's a small island off the coast of Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard.
Yep.
2 of the towns on Martha's Vineyard are dry. You can't buy alcohol there at all.
Wow.
Like, wow. That's kind of where I am. I'm not living there.
About 5 years ago,
I was watching.
You can buy alcohol on Sunday here now. But up until then, we
Hey, good Susan.
Yeah, well, the thing about bootleggers, right? The ones I hung out with were for like DVDs and other things like that. That's who I ran with back in the day. So look, I'm cool, just that type of cool. But I didn't do any of that. Swear, I don't even know what Napster is. Never heard of it.
A few years ago, I used to get on eBay and find the coolest stuff for the cheapest prices because it was coming out of China and all that, right? And I would just have a little suitcase with assorted things I had bought that people might need, like a pen battery for a vape pen. And I would get them for like $1.19, and I could sell them for $5 or more depending on what. But just a light bulb that's LED. It comes with a remote, and it's got a Bluetooth speaker in it. So your light bulb just turns into your speaker's crappy sound, but it's better than no sound. You know what I mean? Like if you was in the bathroom, that'd be perfect for in the bathroom.
Well, guys,
back in the day,
I have to leave. I'm
sorry,
sorry.
Tracy. Take care.
Bye, Tracy.
Thanks for coming by.
Love you.
Nice to see you.
Glad your foot's better. Right. Anyway,
back in the day, going to fish shows.
Fish shows.
What? Yeah, you could spend $5 on groceries and like $2 on fuel, and go make grilled cheese sandwiches and sell them for $5 a piece. So,
What's a fish show?
Fish is a band from
I
Vermont.
was thinking
PHISH. Yeah, hippie scene, because I used to have long hair, like literally down to the middle of my back.
I had a vision of a bunch of goose and boats out there trying to catch a bass.
No. Different type of fish show altogether.
And shit.
I was going to tell you about. I know this guy that makes fishing lures, but that's not what you meant.
No. I'm talking about, like,
Yeah, I'm like, excuse me, I've never heard of this fish
going
show
to shows.
ever.
Yeah.
Like
big hippie band. Lots of people follow.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I've heard of the band Fish. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I got it now because I was all confused. I'm like, so what? I mean, did you use a catch and release? Like, what is?
No. It's just you could, talking about bootlegging or whatever. It's not really bootlegging, but you could like make money off of making nothing but grilled cheese sandwiches because there were a bunch of high ass motherfuckers that were hungry going into shows. Yeah. And if you spent $5 on groceries and $2 on some propane and had a little camp stove and a pan, you could make all the grilled cheese sandwiches you wanted and make $100, so
yeah,
it was great.
Yeah, I had that little suitcase and I was selling stuff out. I was in the trailer park then, and people in the trailer park, eventually they need stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
that's true. Yep.
I went to this one concert one time. So I got these free concert tickets when I gave blood. Okay, it was awesome. Anyways, it was out in the middle of desert nowhere, where 1,000 degrees. Right, it was awful. I mean, it's awful. And everything costed money, even water, right? And so at the end of the time, I was like, I went up to the thing. I was like, I'm just going to buy some water. I just can't deal with it anymore, right? And they were like, well, we don't have any more cups. So if you find one on the ground, we'll put water in it. I'm like, that's gross. So I'm going to go die. So then I found the first aid tent, and I got water.
I need some hepatitis. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking for all the diseases, please. Can I have the cup of barf? Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
get some hepatitis in here. Yeah.
I was just like,
do that.
So you want?
Wonderful
Did
story.
you hear what you said? You said go get trash and you'll give me water in it. That's California for you.
We'll make wet.
Well, usually those kind of those little drink huts, they go do their inventory. They do it by the cup rather than by the liquid. They inventory the cup.
Everybody look. Pond smelled it.
But that's where I ruined it. I went the very first time I ever went to an outdoor flea market and set up tables and did the whole trying to be a flea market gal. Um, I did not bring a cooler with some drinks in it. I didn't think of a lot of things. You know, the first time you do something, when you learn all this shit, you forgot. But
Yeah.
so I ended up spending more money to buy drinks to keep us from dying of thirst than we made selling the crazy weird shit that I make. It was weird.
Just shows to go,
And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's always
Don't worry,
there's
I'm
always
never
that
gonna
one
be
thing
in.
you forget. There's always that one thing.
Oh yeah, it's like when I mace myself, right? I do like every cartoon
Yes, I've
show
proven.
ever taught me, right? You lick your finger, you check that win, right? No win. Okay, good. But then I got stupid. I just forgot the rest of the equation, right? And then there's back spray, and when you spray up, it's going to fall down because gravity is still a thing. Anyway, so your eyes are going to come in contact with it no matter what. So, anyways, there you go. You got to figure out the whole equation before you participate in the equation. Okay?
It's kind of
I was
like when
like in
you're
the first grade walking home from school, and I had a bucket of mud and tadpoles because,
Mhm.
yeah, of course I did. And I knew that if I stood on that fire hydrant and swung my arm up just fast enough, the mud wouldn't fall on me and stuff. And I wanted to show this guy I knew about centripetal force. And but then I like paused, and the mud and they were all over me, and I just ran home screaming and crying. My mom had to wash me off
you know
because I couldn't
speaking
even do it myself. I was so freaked out.
Sarah, speaking of checking the wind, when you're a boy, you learn real quick that before you whip it out and piss in the just in the yard, you check the wind first. Which way is it
Yeah.
I could see that being a thing.
Well, I think it's funny too. Is like, you gotta learn about spitting too, right? So if you got the biggest huck and loogie
Yep.
you got, and you're going downhill
Like, which
really
way's the wind
fast,
blowing?
right? Right. So I mean, it doesn't really matter which way the wind's blowing. You're going downhill. It's going in your face.
Mm.
Anyways, and you go, "Well, I can't see," and you crash to the curb. Yeah, it's embarrassing. You're like, nobody saw that,
But
right? You limp
you
up and
always
get
turn
back
your
up.
head. Always turn your head.
Well, look, certain things you forget, right? Gravity, turning your head.
When I was in a band, they always get mad at me. We'd do Bob Seger's Running Against the Wind, and I'd always say he was pissing against the wind.
Pissing.
Of course you did. That's something I would do too, of course. We're all terrible people.
Just don't piss against the electric
Older
fence. You will
now.
learn very quickly.
Getting older now, but I'm still pissing in the wind.
Whatever you do, not the electric fence.
That's
Well, there
actually
you go.
people have actually died from that. Actually,
Yep.
Legit,
Yep.
all kidding aside, or actually not the electric fence,
Nuh-uh.
the third rail on
Yeah.
a subway system.
The third
A guy was
rail.
on the third rail and got zapped.
Yep. I don't doubt that.
Are you referring to your peed as the third rail?
No.
Ooh.
I don't subway, so I don't know.
On electric trolleys, the third rail is the electrified one, and they use that to power the motors.
Oh,
And-
well,
and-
I was way off. Sorry
And
about your feelings, guys.
people have been dared to relieve themselves on it, and if you do, zap.
All right.
Balls to the walls, man.
Probably
other
just
places.
best that I don't have a dick. I'd just go around pissing on everything.
Look, I don't even have a dick, and I go around pissing on everything. So there you go. Sometimes you just
That's
gotta squat
talent.
on that. Well, yeah, I know. My mom always was very amazed that I was one of those kind of girls that, no, I gotta go now. There's a bush. I'll be right back.
Well,
I
I
terrible with
wasn't.
piss pants. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm a smutologist. That's right. Yeah, it lives heavily on my brain a lot.
Compatriots. I just looked at the time. I got a motor too, but this was
Okay.
a blast. Thank you so much for having me on.
Always. See you Sunday.
Sunday and pencil in for next Thursday.
Yes, pencil in for
Sure.
next Thursday.
Always invited.
Thank
Yes.
you very, very much. I'll pencil it, and I will, of course, I'll see you guys this weekend in any event.
Okay.
Anyway, have a great
Awesome.
one. Take care, guys. Night.
Bye.
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 Ciao.
Kippers.
And then there were 4.
Yeah, I know. Well, Dad's not really here, so there's technically 3.
Oh, well, I'm going to take 5 minutes to go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I'll let
Okay.
you go this time.
just this time, not
Yeah.
like if I have to like really go next time, so bad I can taste it. You
We
won't
will
let me go.
negotiate the contract later. Okay.
She's the bad cop. You can go anytime you want. I'm the good cop. See?
Oh, thank you.
We got to negotiate before we get divorced again. All right, hurry back or something.
Okay.
Whee! It's like he's a nipple. Like he's a nipple. Sorry. Yeah. Look, I got everything rid of my mind.
I'm here. I can hear every word y'all was saying. Bye, puns in the past. and enjoy your piss, D-man.
See, we care about everybody's movements.
Okay, you know, it's payday, and I've been partying just a little bit, maybe. But there was this big light in the sky, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
It's called the sun.
It's a goddamn UFO, and I run out there, and I'm standing there looking, trying to figure out what this fucking big light in the sky that just sitting there hovering over my house is, and I'm freaking out, and it was that moment. It was at that moment when he said he was going to the bathroom that it hit me. That's the fucking moon up there. This made me feel kind of bad. I'm glad I didn't start making a video about that shit.
Okay, but I'm gonna
lie. So I went out. I was outside today, and on the driveway, we got cracks all over it. Right, I have to mow my driveway because so much grass grows up in it. But right there on that, I passed by, and there was a glob of clear, weirdly shimmery, foamy and gel-like stuff. Just it looked like it was coming up out of the crack from the driveway. And I took a video of it on Midside Sasquatch because it was a mystery, and I put it on there.
Well, don't eat it. You ever seen that movie, The Stuff?
I wasn't even going to touch it because what if if it has space herpes or something? That'd be gross.
Space herpes? Yeah.
Don't never poke it with a stick because it'll run up the stick and get on your hand. Like, whatever.
Well, I didn't even have enough sense to get a stick. I was just using a piece of grass.
Oh, you lucky it didn't run up there and get on your hand and blob you and shit.
It didn't.
Gary is really far behind. He's just in Las Vegas. Gary's awesome, everybody. Gary.
I see him over on Facebook. I think that's the one I see over on Facebook.
I see a lot of people on Facebook.
When Paz was leaving, he was talking about our show Sunday, where me and him's going to be on together. What did he say it was going to be about again?
Dude, I made it today. I don't remember. Shit. Why you ask me? I'll only be there. Something about classic treasures, remembered or something. I don't know. Look, it's up. We could do it we could do it live later. Like that
show's gonna go so well. And to anybody watching who joins us Sunday, just for future reference, I did not pick the subject.
I did not ever pick the subjects. Because I guess everybody doesn't want to have 50,000 shows about Star Trek because I could. Star Trek all day, man.
Yeah, you're gonna do a show about Jennifer Lynn? No,
Look, maybe on our OnlyFans, so I can show clips.
you find out why Neelix liked her so goddamn much.
Ethan Phillips. Now he's a goofy looking guy in general. I like him.
Yeah, he was on Benson. That's where I knew him from Benson, and I thought that was so cool because whenever he came up as Neelix, I heard his voice and I know that guy. Who is that? And then finally, enough TV guides went by, and then finally they talked about it, or I learned about it somewhere, and I was like, oh yeah, that's that guy. He played several things on Star Trek.
Right, you know the guy who played Rom on Deep Space Nine, right? Quark's brother.
Yeah.
The first time I ever remember seeing him in anything was Sister Act, and yeah, he was like the mob guy that was gonna get killed or whatever. And she's like, yeah, I was like that. I always remembered him from that. Good times.
And you could hear that it was him because he has a very distinct.
Yeah. So there's like Armin Sherman.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, right. People have very distinct. It's like Renee Edge, blah blah blah. Odo, you know him everywhere, right? Avery Brooks, you're gonna know him everywhere. Patrick Stewart, yeah, well, of course. What
are you doing?
You're talking to me, and I'm like, I'm here.
No, I'm talking to this cat.
Ah, well, you can talk to your pussy anytime.
Yeah, well, she's crawled up in my face right this second, so I'm talking to her. She won't stop.
Look,
This
I'm
is
not ashamed of you rubbing your pussy in front of us. Okay, it's not a bad deal. All right, people have tuned in for
yeah,
divorce. It's like
yeah,
rubbing your pussy. They're gonna stay longer.
yeah. I always say you love my pussy. Let's see how
Well,
we get to
yeah,
say crazy stuff.
yeah. We got all the words said, pussy, and I think cigarettes. We said I don't know some other words. I think we said Dan a couple times. That's words. Yeah. S
Yep.
and S. That sounds like some type of
Sarah
sex
and
club.
Snarky.
Yeah, this is some type of sex club. Snarky, do we have a sex club too?
And
We'll work on that.
we can have anything, Sarah. We got AI now. We can have anything we want.
Listen, I encounter a lot of prompts with the AI that don't let me do things. Okay, they say this is not appropriate or this phrasing is incorrect. Did you mean to say something else? I'm like, no.
Well, like whenever I had it, I was trying to get it to do something that was smoking a cigar, and it wouldn't. It wouldn't do it because you're not supposed to smoke. So anyway,
right?
and so I just took what it gave me, and I took it over to the editor, and I went into the emojis, and I found the cigarette or a sticker that was a cigar burning, and boop, just put it right on there.
And right when I lit a cigar, you
Jamie
said,
is back. Shit, sorry.
"How's them raccoons?" Did you moan you them bitches?
Should I warn you first? Should I?
Well, no, it was just it was like intently paying attention for once, and then also you just popped in, and I startled myself.
Should I unmuted myself first and been like, I'm coming back in.
And then I would have said, "You're coming."
I'm coming.
Yeah, we have to be real careful with that word with her.
Yeah.
You really like it when you say you're coming.
Yeah, I mean, even Geek has to let me know that I spelled coming wrong, and then if I don't catch it right away, he's just like, "Huh? What do you mean?" I have to explain it to the spelologist. And I'm like, "Oh."
Now we just go around riding narwhals, going, "Look at us, sexy."
Yeah. Well,
did you hear about the narwhal that there was an adolescent narwhal that ended up in a pod of belugas in the St. Lawrence River.
Where did he go?
Anyway,
go on. Tell us more.
I didn't see the whole article, but I did see part of it.
Oh, cool. Well, they're thinking that it might end up breeding with a beluga, and then they'll have I can't remember what they called it. It was like a narwhal.
Narwuga?
Narwuga. Yeah, that's it. Narwuga.
Narwuga.
Yeah.
Wow. If they breed, we'll have an appetizer. Wow.
Well, look, then Snarky.
I wonder if that seems odd that they would even be able to cross pollinate.
I think they're really cross pollinate. They're really closely related. Apparently, the only real difference is their color and the horn, which is really just a big.
Well, and the horn is a tooth.
Yeah,
it's a tooth.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure stick. Okay?
No, well, I mean, it might be.
That's part
we don't
of the
know.
device that Snarky and I have. We know about it. But ours vibrates because it's magical.
What was I just watching that said that unicorn horns were good for cocaine straws?
I would not know at all.
I know I didn't dream that it was real.
Everybody, stay tuned for Snarky's epiphany as to where she found out that.
Oh no! Don't worry about waiting on that because I don't epiphany that kind of epiphany.
Disney didn't make that one, though.
Esmeralda said, "Welcome back, D-Man."
I saw
Mama Dingo.
Hi, Esmeralda.
Mama Dingo said, "No divorce."
Well, don't worry, we did not.
Don't worry, honey.
Yeah, we would not divorce the comedy gold we have, which is Thursday, because duh.
Which I'm always late to for some reason. But anyway.
Where'd he go? That's interesting.
What'd you say? You want to touch my what now? What?
What? Huh? What?
What? I don't know.
What?
What?
What? Huh?
What?
What'd you say?
What? I don't know.
Huh?
Use uses of unicorn horns. Okay.
She's saying she needed to jot that cocaine reference down because she didn't have that on her list.
None she has now. Good. That'll be the next song. What to do with all the uses of a unicorn's? I won't say nipple. Oh boy, unicorn's horn.
I did
Anyways.
remember it's from that show Ghost, and I was
I was
watching shorts, and it was just a little clip of that show Ghost, and the old lady in the fancy green dress was talking about it being a good cocaine straw. So
I always preferred bendy straws, but anyway.
Look, man, I skipped the cocaine and went straight to the pixie sticks. Okay, I'm a hardcore mother lover, and I blew blue for weeks, man.
Mm-hmm. As long as you just stay away from the Ajax, because that's not good. Yeah.
I don't know anybody who's done a line of cleaner ever.
is it a movie?
Yeah, Up in Smoke. Come on, Cheech and Chong.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. All right, then I remember that. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is some high quality shit. It's turning blue.
And then that one movie, Better Off Dead, I think it was called. It had Booger in it from Revenge of the Nerds, playing the yucky best friend, and they were in the ski team, and they're at the top of the mountain getting ready to go down the slope, and the dude just falls on his knees and starts snorting the snow up his nose. I'm like, what the hell? Or that's what I remember. I haven't seen it in years, but yeah.
That's a funny movie.
Why can't I think of his name? John
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
The crazy lady.
A cow, a pig, a chicken, a horse.
Okay, we'll just wait for that to epiphany too. Apparently, I'm channeling Sarah.
Okay,
that happens. Chance caught dyslexia for me, so it happens. I'm highly contagious of the weird thing. You're welcome.
Wait till Chance finds out that he got a job as a pirate game show host.
Yeah, he'll be like, I don't even remember that, and I'll be like, no, look, you did. It was awesome. We were all there. What? Remember you got paid all the
because they're bad. They're the underworld. They don't record everything.
Yeah, they do. It's called the dark web. Like what?
Ain't Chance in the audience for some other game show this week or something?
Look, I don't know. Yeah, I think it was in Family Feud or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I got some pictures of that too. That was pretty cool. He was all really happy. Look, he was really happy in one of the pictures, right? So because
I got the picture, but I don't know if I should show it or not. I'm gonna talk to him first before I do that.
Okay.
I started to show the picture, and I got to thinking, I don't know when that's gonna air or if I should do that. I don't want to get him in no trouble.
Yeah, don't get me in any trouble. But what I did is on my on the Texas, right? I changed his picture to a sticker now, so I can respond to his comments with his own face, which I did today, and he got all like the funny image thing, and then I just like that probably made his day. Look, I made him a sticker.
Just appreciated the fuck out of that, but
I know. Then I dropped it on yours text a couple times too. You didn't say anything, and I was like, nah.
I probably didn't notice because I was like having a really intense.
Well, I was just going to assume that you would go back and look, and you'd be like, "What's Chance doing here? Did I miss his Chance or Sarah?"
Okay, I lied. I did not put the weird goopy video on the Sasquatch yet. It's just on my Facebook. I haven't done that. I haven't moved it yet. Okay, never mind.
That's it. You're fired. Gary said Snarky would say that. So I don't know how far back he is, but
I know it's like, how far back is he? What did I say? Oh no.
It's after the Las Vegas stuff. I can tell you that much. But
somebody go back and tell Gary to catch up.
I would, but I'm not going to type all that. So, but no, like he'll catch up when we're ending this, and then he'll know that we've been talking about him the whole time, right, Gary? Cool. See, he's happy with us.
Smoke on him.
No, dude, the joke's on us the whole time because now he's just like pretending because he knows that I will remember this. But yeah, anyways, okay.
Ever since we started hanging out in live streams, I've been real, making sure my red dot is all the way over, making sure I'm actually in the live part, because I saw so many people just sitting behind and us trying to type in to make them understand. No, remember, push the screen and see the red dot and make the red dot go up. And it's like, But then I've absolutely done that before. I've been sitting there and I'm just going blah blah blah, and I'm 10 minutes behind. So I don't know.
This magic word you tell them. And if you tell them this magic word without saying a bunch, they'll get it. You just tell them to refresh.
Or you could just hit the live button and it will take you back to the live portion instead of already back to where you. Yeah. Anyways, there's options. There's so many things, but that's only if YouTube works. So there you go. Well, everybody, I'm gonna have to start wrapping this up. I gotta go do things. I gotta get dinner. I haven't even finished for lunch yet and stuff.
Right on my screen it says refresh.
It's almost pumpkin time here.
Oh my God! Not a Florida man pumpkin. I know.
Well, you know, I turned back into a pumpkin at some point. So you know.
Is that before or after you pissed outside?
You're not supposed to go off.
You're supposed to go off. Wait, what? Medication?
Stay on late tonight.
You want us to touch your thing tonight? I don't know what you're saying. Okay, so
wait. It needs bad, damn it! What the? No, you should stay on a little bit later tonight because Mug had that thing and it's not on tonight. There's nothing for people to do.
Well, I'm sorry, but I do have a life outside of this every day.
Do you really? Wow.
No, it's okay. I lied.
You didn't used to.
No, yeah, but I live with my mom now, so things changed. So it happens.
Change is the only constant, y'all.
I remember them 36-hour live streams with Sara snoring.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I remember people went to bed. They woke up to me, and then they had lunch with me. Then they had dinner with me, and then they went to bed again. And then I finally got to end it. It was crazy. Anyway,
you eventually woke up. Wow.
They showered with you, apparently. You know.
Yes, I was really good with everybody. I took everybody into my life, and nobody cared. It was awesome.
And nobody cared.
And nobody cared.
That's not true. She got 34 views.
Were you trying to do that whole that thing from The Circle where you're constantly live streamed to the entire world kind of thing your whole life? Was that what you're?
Oh no, it was just I wanted to experiment and be good with StreamYard and stuff, right? And learn as much as I could and do all the thing, right? So by the time I figured out anything I wanted to do, I'd have more button experience, right? And control of holding my tongue back when I hear something really just awfully dumb, and I'm like, practice makes perfect, right? You think I don't have a filter? Oh my God. I really do. It's surprising. All right, everybody, I'm going to end this, and then we can talk backstage for a little bit. It'd be awesome. And
happy trails, everybody. Thanks for coming.
She's taking us backstage.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Anyway, Snarky's got the leather already, so we'll be ready to go tonight, guys, okay?
Yeah, anyway. So everybody get your questions ready. I know that you're dying to know something about us. You got to be.
Right. And then also see you guys Sunday as well, because, it's going to be epic. I'm going to try to get a bunch of people so we can talk about whatever the topic is. It's going to be great. All right, later, everybody.
This song revels in the ridiculousness of everyday life, where laughter and clumsiness collide in a hilarious dance, but also acknowledges the infuriating side of being a little too hapless. I wake up in the morning, feeling ridiculously chipper. I hear the birds chirping, and I start to snort with uncontrollable laughter. I head to the kitchen to make some breakfast too. I crack an egg, and I burst out laughing so hard. I'm crying, oh what am I to do? I'm giggling on everything, from the sunshine to the rain. I'm laughing at the little things and the eternity that they bring. I'm finding humor in each day, in every single ridiculous way. I'm giggling on everything, and it's here to stay. I see a silly me, and I snort with glee. I watch a funny video, and I laugh so hard I'm on my knees. I'm walking down the street, and I see a goofy face. I start to chuckle, and I'm in a ridiculously happy place. Life is too short to take it all so seriously. I'm choosing to find the absurdity in every single thing I see. It's contagious and it's freeing. This laughter that I found is turning my world upside down. Giggle on everything. watch a funny video, and I laugh so hard I'm on my knees. I'm walking down the street, and I see a goofy face. I start to chuckle, and I'm in a ridiculously happy place. Life is too short to take it all so seriously. I'm choosing to find the absurdity in every single thing I see. It's contagious and it's freeing. This laughter that I found is turning my world upside down. Giggle on everything. Giggle on everything.